a good little leeway here. But hold on, let me mute because it'll be live. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Jank and I are talking right now because
I got my screen capture canceled.
Because we are on a delay. So we figured it out. We should be able to have both teams' perspectives at the same time. They are just going to give us the unlisted streams. However, Jank and I are both going to be on a delay for competitive purposes, of course. And we timed it up. This may be a little test run here, but should I do let's see if I can create a thumbnail real fast. Hey, can you send me their logos real quick? If not, it's all good.
Yeah, let me see if I can. Come on.
I'm gonna make a 5-second thumbnail here. It's gonna be truly awful.
If you want to use the one I sent you, you can go ahead and use that one. Otherwise,
yeah. Home. Oh,
he's like, yeah. He's like, no. Okay, let me see here. So I got. Okay, here's the Atlantic patch.
Okay.
And here is Haynes patch.
All right, thank you.
Still looking.
So does it show waiting for yours? Mine's not.
There we go. Here's Payne's patch. Yeah, so you're gonna get the load screen for like 2 straight minutes before he'll actually show up.
Yeah, that's what's going on right now.
Yep.
Because this one is done. There it is. There it is. Okay.
What's up,
okay.
JJ?
Yeah, so we are delayed, guys, but now we are both live here, so good. Okay. Thank you for those.
Mm-hmm.
And a huge shout out to Jank, everybody. If you guys don't know who he is, make sure you go and check out his channel, as well as Angel. And of course, Habib for getting us the footage. Coming up here very shortly, we are going to be live with Warfare at Sea Atlantic Division. Is that the...
Yep. Wasa, Warfare at Sea Atlantic.
Warfare at Sea Atlantic Division versus Payne. This should be a good one, Cotton. Best of 5?
You know, it is a best of 5, yeah.
Okay, good.
So, I was pretty excited about this, and here's why. I mean, you and I have had a couple collabs at this point. I think our commentary lines up pretty well. And so not only do I think we're going to be able to do some good commentary on this, but, these two fleets, there's a little bit of a history with these two fleets, and I want to offer a little bit of background while we're waiting for both fleets to get set up here.
Please
and get into the matchup here. So a couple of years back, Payne's Armada had actually folded up, and a lot of their guys had come over by us. So we got to know quite a few of them, me included. I got to know White Wolf really well, who's actually their fleet commander. I got to know Uncle Sam, Miv, Demo Impact. He's not. I don't think he's with their fleet anymore. But I got to know quite a few of these guys. So there's a little bit of a history, because when they ended up actually putting their fleet back together, everybody left. They got their fleet back together. So we know each other a little bit. There's been some really friendly banter going back and forth on the TFN Discord for the last week, now that we found out that we were going to be facing each other in the semifinal matchup here. And
that's always better. It's always better when it's like, when we face each other, it's like, dude, we got the blueberries or whatever. It's always more fun that way as opposed to the alternative.
So I say this with a big smile on my face. I think there's going to be a little extra hot sauce on the chicken wing here. It's going to get spicy.
It's prepare for a show. Welcome to the show.
Right. Yep. I think it's going to be a great show. Honestly, great matchup. Good guys on both teams. I had talked to most of the Wasa guys, obviously, because I'm in the fleet, one of the deputy commanders for the fleet, and some of the stuff that we talk about is like, what ships are we going to take? What are we going to do different this time? And I gotta be honest. I think the guys from Wasa are just focused on their game. I don't think they're gonna like change up a whole bunch of stuff per se, but like I think they're focused on playing their game the way that they've been playing it all along. I think that's what we're going to see here today.
I said this last time, but the team, you don't have to have the best players. And even then, I think Warfare at Sea does. I think UFOs disbanded a little bit. TT, I don't even know if they exist anymore. But Warfare at Sea has some of the best players, and they have the best team unity. They play off of each other. There are certain people, like, you could take 2 great players, 3, 5, you could take 7 great players, 9, put them all in a division, and if they don't work well together, you're still going to lose against average Joes. But Warfare, you guys just work so well off of each other, and that is what, like, that's what it's all about. It's just that oomph.
I appreciate that. I mean, that's kind of what we set out as our goal when we first put this thing together, which was have a group of friends first and become really good at the game second.
Yeah. Make this a little bit bigger. I kind of like that. Ocean Cup. This is gonna be a little messy thumb, but again, chat, we are on a delay. DePriest, I see you in there now, so as soon as you guys get this back up, or you see that, you will realize why we're not. Are these the semifinals?
Yes, 4 teams left. So everybody out there who's listening right now, Hivehound and Monk, the Monk 52, they're doing some commentary right now on the first matchup of the day. That's CRD, Crimson Dragons versus TWP, the Wolfpack. When I signed off of that one, Crimson Dragons had taken a 1-0 game lead, but I don't know where they're sitting at right now, though.
This might do. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so Triple Q, this is completely unsanctioned from anything that has to do with in-game content from Wargaming or from World of Warships. The Fleet Network is a group of guys on Discord that put together tournament games, and that's what this is. You're seeing
Whoa.
One of the tournaments that they've set up, which is Ocean Cup 3. Now, caveat statement, because I think I know what you're about to say.
Yeah.
Wargaming decided that there was such a following for this after the Winter Cup that they decided to sponsor this tournament. So this is the first tournament that they actually sponsored. So there's something at stake here. First place winners will get a chance at a free Tier 7 premium ship from the store. And that's everybody that belongs to the actual comp team from whatever fleet that is. So it's not the whole fleet getting it. It's up to 10 guys from each comp fleet. So the 4 teams playing right now, 3 of the teams are going to have a chance.
Mohammed, how we doing, buddy?
Going home.
Bill, how's it going, guys?
As in, first place gets a pick at Tier 7s. Second place.
Again, guys, we are delayed, so I'm sorry for the
third
chat.
Third place ends up getting a pick at Tier 5s, but they get a free ship from the store, which is kind of cool. Was I stealing your thunder on that one, or was that where you're about to go there with that?
No,
one?
No,
Aaron. Okay.
No. This is the quarterfinals or the semifinals?
This is semifinals.
Okay, I got it.
So there'll be
Hold on, I got
So
the
next weekend will be the finals game between the winners of these two matchups. They'll face off in the finals, and then the losers, the two losers from this week, are gonna face off in the third place matchup.
yeah. So this is the semis. Gotcha. Okay. Hey, I got a link for you.
Yep.
Okay. It looks like they just started. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, let's get to it. Okay, make sure that you get that. Best of 5, yes, best of 5, Meta. Also, welcome, Meta. All right.
From the standpoint of my boys, I'm actually just gonna stay on a Habib here on Wasa.
Okay, I'll stay on Pain
there's
here.
something about being a member of my fleet that I don't really want to go. I don't want to jump over to another stream.
I gotcha.
Even though I know Angel and I we're close. We're actually close.
What's your clock at right
he's in
now?
Green Bay, and so am I.
What's your clock?
10 seconds.
Okay, we're pretty close. I was at 14 when you said that. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, I know, Bill. Coming to you live here, but we are coming to you guys live. Angel is in a battleship. Interesting. I didn't see the ship picks here. 3 destroyers for Pain, 2 cruisers, 2 battleships, 2 destroyers for Warfare, 3 cruisers, and 2 battleships.
Yeah, I think what we're going to see Habib in his Kansas right here. I think the other battleship is going to be Feel My Flame. I'm thinking he's going to be Monarch. If I was a betting man, I'd say Gillis is in the Z23 maybe.
Oh, we know Gillis is going to be in a DD. Pain has a good distribution here. Looks like they've got a good little flank here left towards A. Well, I do want to go back and forth, but I have to hide that stream. So, give me a little insight on Warfare, since I know it feels like we're telling each other the inside info, but we're just casting.
I'm pretty sure you're going to see Vlad and Juza playing cruisers.
Oh, Vlad just got spotted. Angel's taking a shot.
The 2 destroyers are going to be Todoff and Gillis. 2 battleships are going to be Habib and Feel My Flame.
Okay.
And the third cruiser player in there is going to definitely be J-Train.
Gotcha. Angel just took a shot at Vlad, but it looks like Vlad either turned out. Okay, we get a lineup of the cruisers there, or the ships.
So you guys might be wondering why it doesn't look even across the ship picks. It's because each team is allowed a joker. It's basically a wild card. So 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, 2 destroyers, and the 7th player can be a...
So yes, just like Jank said, each ship is allowed a third of either a battleship, cruiser, or... That was a great shot from Angel. You see how he led that shot down? Sorry, I'm just going to mute Jank here for just a moment. I do want to get in on the announcing action. So thanks to everyone who joined us here today. Again, we're working out, Jank said it earlier, but we're working out hugely the logistics of trying to get these matches streamed to you guys live. Jank is going to be, as that is kind of his fleet, he's going to be focusing on Warfare at Sea. I've got Pain here. I know both teams. I like both of these guys, these groups of guys. And yeah, this should be a great matchup here. There's Juza. Ooh, this could be a tough position for Juza if Angel can get into position here and they can keep him lit. The P-Bag is it's a resilient Russian ship. However, even the HE from the Lion here, this central battleship location is going to be fantastic for, pretty much anywhere on the map. But where it's at right now, you can cover all of these angles here.
Big Sip got briefly spotted in a Z23.
Yeah, this is going to be... I imagine this game is going to be pretty much a deadlock. It's the first to make the tiniest of mistakes. All the caps are contested. Each are just trading very small overpen salvos. It looks like Vlad's missing about 15k health there. They might get B. Pain might get B here. I don't know. Having that extra destroyer might help. I don't know.
Looks like Gillis did take it. Looks like possibly a Summers torpedo over on C. He did take one. Beef's got a nice looking salvo coming from his Kansas toward Lethal Gypsy. Oh, 2 ricochets with that. Wow.
I didn't have it switched. I'm an idiot.
Nope, that's okay. Everybody, like I said, we got Aaron over there. If you guys are wondering what the pain side looks like, go check out Aaron and on Aaron's stream.
Also, the next person to say that it's delayed, and the next person to say they can't see the screen, and they don't know that it's delayed, I'm gonna ban all of you. This is. I wanted to make sure I didn't. I was switching Discords, and I guess I didn't do it. That's all right.
There's a nice looking salvo. Oh, jeez. Habib's not getting the RNG to cooperate with him right now. Only 1 pen there and over pen on the Riga. It's just name of the game sometimes.
All right.
Shells are looking good, but
in the midst of that, it looks like Warfare actually got Bravo and Charlie. No one's dead yet. 5 minutes across the board. The points are still very even. Trading nice little salvos here.
Okay, so it looks like J-Trank's playing main CE. Angel and the Lion, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
This is. I know that. I thought he was going to go DD.
Big Sip Big Sip is in Z23. Okay.
Is that dispersion going to favor him? We got 1 pen. 1 pen is sometimes all you need. 1 pen is sometimes all you need. Trank is out there, starting to DPM Angel, but you're not going to DPM a Lion down. Even with. Oh, is he spotted on Hydro?
Super heals.
Is he spotted on Hydro there? We don't know. Lo Yang went to the middle there and threw some salvos at the destroyer there. Habib's taking a shot at Angel, I think.
Yep. No love.
Good turn in. Good turn in. Yeah, they're keeping him out of Bravo. That's impressive. That Ochakov in that battleship there, as well as of course the Lo Yang.
Is that Juza sitting on B? Peter Progression?
No, Juza's at A. There's a cruiser play right now. I wish I could see at A, but it looks like Payne's cruiser is coming up behind Juza there at Alpha.
Yep.
But the P-Bag does have torpedoes.
I think he's got cover though from Feel My Flame there. Just looks like just east of A cap.
Yeah. They also have Payne also has a battleship back there, which is going to. If they push him, they could get an elimination. But you're right. If that battleship between Alpha and Bravo there's watching, that's not something you want to push into, especially into a cruiser with torpedoes. Shut
definitely. This is definitely an interesting matchup here. I mean,
yep.
Like I said, we're talking about 4 teams left that are so equally matched in talent. Yep. That it's like we're watching a caps game.
Yes.
We're basically watching a caps game. Who can control the caps for the longest to get the points?
C's still contested. It does look like Payne is going to get Bravo there, but that's not enough. The points are still going to tick to Warfare's favor here. Does the audio... I know you guys are going to hear me in 2 minutes, but does the audio quality sound okay? There's the radar.
Riga popped a radar to try and push
there's
Gillis
the radar.
Off, C, it looks like. Yep.
Gillis is low. If Angel can connect a decent shot here, he got out of the radar, though. That was smart. Smart to hold that edge. However, it will potentially give them the cap, but I know Gillis is going to be right back on it. Payne didn't get Bravo.
Ooh, that's a big double fire right there for Angel. Angel double fired
Yeah,
up on.
he just did.
Habib.
It just came through on our end. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Pain should double up that Lo Yang. I know they've got support there with Vlad in the middle, but they've got to make a play. They're down almost 200 points now. They're going to need 1 or 2 eliminations or all 3 caps here. The battleship it's got Pain's battleship pushed through on Alpha. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay, yep, I do. So they're gonna dislodge. They're gonna be dislodging Jusa on that one.
Jusa is kiting away, but it looks like Flame is kind of defending against that. It looks like they're kind of in a little bow fight or bow tanking fight now.
Ooh, Habib took a nice shot there. Got 2 overpens on the Summers there on B cap. Resets the points.
Angel just got a pretty decent salvo on Trank there. That line HE, man, you should only load AP in that.
It's no joke.
Yeah. There's honestly no point, especially in a battle like this.
Yeah, that's the idea behind the Monarch too. You know, it was a horse apiece for when you consider what do you want to run. Do you want to run the Lion, or do you want to run the Monarch? And I gotta say, since they
it looks like Jusa. Oh, they got him. Looks like Jusa was pushing the Wichita, but they got the elimination. I don't know how low their Wichita is though, and even if he got torpedoes off. We can't see the other side of the battle, but that's huge. That's huge for Pain.
Yeah, that forces Flame to stick on A, and he's not going to be able to move.
Yeah.
He's got to keep people off of it.
Well, we can't see the healths of those ships over there, but if they can get their cruiser into A now, if he's concealed, that's going to be obviously a huge point influx, as well as obviously, 90 points for a cruiser trade?
Yeah, it's something close to that.
Good angle by Trank there. Good angle. There's the radar. Oh, he should have waited for the radar for Angel to be ready. Maybe they're just trying to push him off. Because that line HE on what's left of Gillis's health would have been the end. Angel just took a nasty salvo, but he's got 30k worth of heal left. 20. Gillis is low. He's spotted. He's low. Take the blind fire. He's going to. Again, that's where I think that if they would have potentially, I know there's probably so much comms going on right now, but hey, this is a good shot. This is a good push from Angel.
J Trank is getting some decent salvos on Big Sip. Looks like Habib's going to take a shot here.
They got Flame.
Got 2 overpens.
Galaxy got Flame. That's huge. Oh, wow. We do not know what's going on that side of the map. That's 2 huge trades right there.
Yep. Yeah, being down two ships is not an easy task in this.
They do still have the points, though. They do still have the points, but when you lose ships like that, especially potential DPM in a battleship, things can start to snowball pretty rapidly here. Totov spotted there, but Angel's got
two of Pain's destroyers are very, very low.
Yes. Oh, there goes Miv. There goes Miv.
Habib taking a big shot. Double Citadels.
Who did he get that on?
Riga. Lethal Gypsy's gone.
And there's the trades. There's the trade back. That's a huge shot. That's a huge shot.
Habib's on damage con. Hopefully this doesn't flood him. Oh, they stopped short.
Oh, we're watching. They're watching.
Oh, that's unlucky. They stopped short.
This is a tough spot now for Pain. They do have the cap advantage, though. They do have the cap advantage. But there's not enough time.
It's the 3 destroyers.
There's not enough time.
Yeah, that's going to be the big issue at this point.
You've got a full send. You've got a full send. If Angel full sends here, they might be able to trade 2 ships.
It's a 200-point swing, and in a minute and a half,
he needs to go. He needs to go.
2-to-1 caps.
Yeah, but if he rams, well, I'm saying if they get Gillis in the cap there while shooting at Trank and the cap, maybe that's the only play they have left. That's the only play they have left. Is that's what they have to do.
Right. They would have to rush that. Correct. There's no questioning it. But I think even if they did try at this point,
Yeah,
all it's going to do is just delay the inevitable.
Agreed.
Which is about a minute left in a 160-point swing here. I don't
this
think
is
it happens.
this is a tough play because if they get the DD here and the cap, no, there's not enough time. There's not enough time or points. He needed to be taking those salvos at the mines, but Trank would have dodged. I think this is going to go towards warfare.
Now, if I'm guessing here, I'm guessing the Wasa guys are in communication with the cruiser that's up there. It's a cruiser on cruiser matchup north of A. I think they're trying to figure out if he's going to be able to survive for the next 20, 30 seconds.
Oh, that's a huge salvo. That's a huge salvo against Trank.
Oh, Vlad got taken down. Oh, that put the points very close.
Oh, this is going to be so close. He's dark. Go forward. You need to get those spots. He's got to take the blind fire. There's nothing else he can do. He has to take this blind fire.
It's down to the points gain is down to 14.
He take the blind fire. Just take it.
Oh no, he got it. He got the destroyer at the end.
Oh, did he? Did that count? I don't know. Who won?
I don't know.
Did that count?
I don't know.
We have to go back and watch it.
I have no idea.
Dude, I think it counted. I think it counted. My screen is showing 570 to 509 with 1 second left on the clock, and the DD's dead. Oh my god. No fucking way,
I don't
dude.
think I've ever seen a game come down
Dude.
to that. That's crazy.
Did we not tell you? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Holy shit. Holy shit.
Maximus Decimus, holy shitimus. What a close game.
So, Payne takes the first game. That's what I saw. I don't know the rules, if there's a stipulation. Now, it's not going to show on the... does it show a victory screen?
No, not in a training room.
Holy shit, dude.
I don't know if I've ever seen one like that.
Dude, that's insane. And again, just so everybody knows, I am only looking at one perspective. Jank only has one perspective. We don't know, exactly like Jank said, they are probably communicating, hey, how low are you? Do you have to make this trade? Whatever the situation is. So please don't take our, points of view as ultimate judgments of what is going on in this game.
Watching my own stream, trying to figure out what the hell just happened that last game.
I think the two destroyers traded Totov at the end for the points.
Yeah, I think they did.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, they're sitting in the lobby here. Let me pull up Habib's.
I don't know. I just rewatched my own stream. I didn't see the points. I have no idea.
I think people are telling me Payne won.
Holy mackerel.
I've got it paused on my screen where Payne is ahead on the points and that destroyer showing dead with 1 second. I don't know, because sometimes the game will register that kill, but it won't register the game. You know what I mean?
It literally, yes, I see the same thing. The points changed exactly when it ended. I have no idea how to score that.
I think Payne won, so.
I would agree, but like I said,
They're starting the second game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, copy that.
All right, second game going here, chat. Don't worry, I will not make the same mistake twice. Don't worry, I'm just changing the few. Insane. And
second map of Scandinavia. Right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Boy, the games like that, it just does not get any closer. That is unreal.
All right, chat. Here we are. Let's go ahead and take a look at Habib's perspective as well. Oh, I don't have that. Hold on, just a second. Just a second. You guys can enjoy my face. Discord. Go ahead and announce a little bit for me here as I. Yeah, it is. Is it radar?
You know, I don't know. My guess would be that it is. What were the other options out there? I guess
Smoke.
What else did they take?
Oh, I haven't checked. I can go back and check here. Let's see.
Now I got to rewatch my own stream.
Yeah, no, hold on. Here, I'll tell you the
some of the
lineups.
picks, right?
I'll tell you the lineups here. All right, guys, we are live here at the second game on Scandinavia. I'm gonna show the lineups here. Let's just go to the start stream. So we have 4 Warfare at Sea Atlantic, a Kansas, a Z-23 with Gillis there, a Loyang, a Belfast, a Plymouth, a Mines, and a Monarch. So yes, probably a radar Plymouth there. You are allowed 2 radars, correct?
That'd be my guess.
Yeah. Gypsy's still in the Riga, Big Sip in the Anchorage, Galaxy in the Ochakov, Angel again in the Lion, and then Miv in Ale, New Jersey, with Cruel in Summers and Loyang are their picks. Okay.
Agilane, New Jersey, a new pick for those guys? For Payne?
Yes, Miv.
I don't think they took that last game.
Miv loves his Agilane, New Jersey. Again, we see Angel here sitting in the middle. Again, this central location for the battleship. The last time we watched Payne play this, they got a fantastic elimination on a USS Black, and everything snowballed downhill for who's the last team they placed or played? Juza spotted going into Delta there. That's an aggressive push. He's definitely got probably concealment with that build pushing in there, trying to radar their destroyer.
I think you're seeing kind of a pretty aggressive push over here on the D flank.
Yeah. Angel, I think that I think they're
a lot of support there.
I think Payne is aware of it. Angel is turning his guns in that direction. Let me go ahead and let's look at Mr. Habib's view. Mr. Habib is in the center there. Payne Quack is spotted there in the Loyang. That's a beautiful salvo. He stopped.
That is a good looking salvo. Yep.
Oh, over one overpen.
That's a lot of health though.
Yeah, that is a massive amount of damage. And that you're right. I mean, if he even escapes from this, he can't make any more mistakes.
Correct. It makes it so much more difficult to try and play the game when you're playing from behind with 30 your health left.
Absolutely. People don't understand. People play Shimas towards the edge of the map and they're like, oh, it's easy playing a destroyer. You do not understand how difficult it is to play a destroyer in competitive. The finesse, the moves, the situational awareness, it's incredible.
I think we're seeing a max range shot here from Habib at Miv. This is definitely max range.
I switched back to Angel,
but do they have it?
You let me know.
Nope, they don't have the range.
Okay. Angel's just kind of sit here. He has no points of damage, but again, this is not about damage. It's not about kills. Some people are watching this, and last time they were like, he's playing way too passive. And yeah, he was. And you know what? They won. So the competitive aspect of these games is waiting for the exact right moment, the exact right opportunity.
I still am just in complete shock from how awesome that first game was.
Dude, I know.
That's incredible.
That was
awesome.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
Win or lose, I don't care. Again, it's I got to try and be somewhat unbiased as well. That is a crazy close game. That is exactly the kind of stuff that you want to see when you're doing these kind of live streams.
Yep.
That's the stuff you love commenting on. What an amazing game between 2 great fleets. I definitely tip my hat to Payne's. Like I said, 2 great fleets.
Yeah,
Just an incredible win. Incredible win.
All right, so Pain finally has Alpha, but Warfare has the 60-point cap lead, which is truly nothing.
So I think what Wasa is going to be hoping for here is that Habib can catch the Riga broadside. Obviously, the Riga pushed up there to give support towards the destroyer on A, in order to push Wasa's destroyer off of A.
Let's go and take a
get
look
that
at
cap swinging their way.
Habib's point of view here, because Gypsy is broadside from what I just saw on Angel's screen. What are we looking at health? We know that Quack lost a lot of health. They look pretty healthy here. I can't. It's again, we're only getting one perspective, one point of view, but
I'm not seeing a whole lot of health being traded either way right now. I think it's more of a stationary battle. Looks like there's a better battle going on D right now, but we can't see that direction.
Yeah. Galaxy's out there with the Ochakov.
Yeah, Pain's got Galaxy Wolf in the Ochakov. I see that. Yep.
Galaxy's a fantastic player.
Mm-hmm.
Mib is moving in.
I've ever run into him in battle, it's a son of a gun to try and go up against.
Mib is moving in. Do you think
player.
he's trying to get Juica? Let's go ahead and look at Angel's view here. Angel's taking some attractive. I think they're trying to. Angel is backing up here and looking at that smoke screen. I think they're trying to wipe Juica. He's taking the blind fire. You always love a good blind fire in competitive. In random, it's kind of like you take any blind fire you can just for the memes, but in competitive, let's see. Nope. That dispersion went everywhere.
Wasa Cruiser on D just took a huge hit.
Is that Juica? Yeah, that's Mib is pushing in. Totov's trying to run smoke or conceal, but I think Mib is just sending it to trade for. Oh, he did. Juica might go down here. Angel has the shot. Looks like overpens. Angel just got a dispersion lock shot, so I think Juice is going to go here if he gets those overpens. Nope, just one overpen. Dispersion was on his side.
Mib's on fire. He's losing a lot of health.
Yeah, he is.
That's what they're doing here. I think they're trying to do the one-on-one trade-off here.
Yep. However, your Loyang, Totov is going to win that trade against the Loyang. Quack's Loyang. Quack is moving in. Looks like Galaxy is going to go for the radar there. There's
Flame,
the trade. That was
Flame
a huge.
Flame was able to get the shot off there.
Good target adjustment by Angel there. Totov stopped right at the perfect time. Oh, I know that's a super frustrating shot. Ooh. But I think Quack's going down here.
Totov losing some health here. Yep.
I think Quack is going down though. He's being shot by everybody. Beautiful dodges from, it looks like, from this perspective. We can't quite see it.
Oh yeah, he definitely got away. That was good dodging on his part. Damn good moves.
That's a huge trade. I'm pretty sure Mib was trying to get Juica, and they still haven't got him. Beautiful smoke and concealment by those guys.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, DPM, Mines is just tickling. I mean, of course he has 3 heals left, and all of his damage is fire damage. But it's still frustrating.
I think Habib might try and take a shot at that Summers. I'm surprised he didn't try.
They've got these two teams have battleships. Kind of
turrets.
It's funny. The closest ships to each other right now are, think of their battleships on each side of those islands there at A and C, or C and B.
Right.
That central location
what's happening now, though, is you have 2 teams that have had 2 caps for the entire game, and now it's becoming a points race based on the time.
Yep.
I mean, look at the score.
There's a radar from Galaxy. Totov has moved on. Juica, where's Juica? Oh, beautiful position from Juica. Can Galaxy? Oh no, I think he's got him though. The shot's showing he can clear. The front turret looked like it was able to clear.
Angel got him.
Beautiful. That was a beautiful shot. I wish you would have seen that. You should go back and watch. That was a beautiful shot from him. Good elimination. Again, it's close.
There you go.
It's close.
Yep.
Angel's using that heal. He's back up to near full health. That lion is disgusting in its heals. So that play, I don't know. Jank, what do you think? Was that play too aggressive? To sacrifice your battleship for a cruiser?
Yeah, I don't ever want to see somebody sacrifice a ship to take down just one ship, but it's strange because you only have 2 battleships in your game, and you took one out of the fight right there, and it's the one that's got the highest penetration value.
Yep. Ooh, Angel has a broadside shot on Habib. He's got the AP loaded.
Good AP pen. Good AP pen on him.
15K. That's a beautiful salvo. He angled as well. I thought it would have done more to that line. It looks like the shells landed a touch short. He stopped there, so good maneuvering by him. Habib is angling out. I think what we're gonna see here. I think what we're gonna end up seeing here is Payne is gonna end up trying to get onto decap to try and stop the points so they can get the points swinging back their way. Yep, agreed. There's a double fire on Angel. Does he put that out?
Habib's got a shot at the anchorage on Big Sip there. He got robbed. Just 1 pen though.
There's a triple fire. I think
you're starting to see a little bit of attrition going on the lion there.
Yeah,
when
he just got triple fired.
Left, you're the cutest chick at the prom, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat all the dicks.
He's
the way it
is. He's undetected here too. He does have a heal coming up. He's going to be able to get about 40k back,
Flame
up to 40k.
Flame just got the low yang out of there.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
So now it's Galaxy Wolf left to defend B.
Yeah, I don't know if leaving that cap was the right play. I don't know. You could look at, again, in games like this, and this is why we love it, right? You could look at any one play and say, you shouldn't have done that, or you should have done that, or, it all comes down to just...
It is, and that's the
hairs.
Most difficult part of it is like, should I have done this or should I have done that? And you're sitting, you're kicking yourself if you win or if you lose.
Yep. But I don't know. Again, it looks like Warfare has the advantage, but we saw last game, Payne is able to bring it back in the final seconds.
Anything happens. We're under 3 minutes to go. It's 8-7-6 to 7-4-6.
What do they say in dodgeball?
It's still anybody's game.
What do they say in Waterboy?
I was so excited.
You can't hold anything back now, Brett.
That's because you can't hold anything back.
Angel looks like he's gonna get a pretty good shot. Oh, this could be dicey. Vlad's doing a full turn. Is he gonna do a full turn? I don't think he sees Angel here. I'm sure he has situational awareness. This could be a big hit on Vlad here. Oh, 1 pen, 1 over pen. I'd be mad at RNG right there.
Habib's taking a shot at Sip here. It's going to be interesting to see how those shells land on Sip. 2 pens, 3 over pens. That's a decent hit, especially at that longer range.
Yeah. There's the radar. They're waiting. Angel's waiting for the destroyer to pop up. He's taking the lead. Does Totov stop? Totov just has a... See, this is what I'm talking about, destroyer players, bro. They know, right? They know what other players are thinking. Angel led that shot very well. They have that sixth sense of... It's almost unconscious, right? Summers just took a torp. He's down to about 2,000 health. You're not going to see it on your screen. He's concealed, but the torps from, looks like destroyer at Alpha... one of them connected.
Alpha Destroyer's Gillis. Yeah.
Okay, they one of them connected.
Wow.
9:36. They're moving into Delta. Lethal got his. He's got it. Or no, that's Galaxy, right?
Yeah.
Galaxy's got his
pushing straight through.
That's a beautiful push, though. That's a beautiful push. He's going to be able to get that island and.
Oh, Flame just took him down.
Did he?
But
beautiful shot.
Beautiful shot. Summers just took down.
Okay.
Summers just got Gillis, I think.
Oh, the torpedo jousting here. They've got the trade. He got a torpedo on Habib as well. Is he flooding? Did he flood?
No, he did not.
Okay, that Kansas torpedo belt man.
He did not. He still has his damage con.
Yep. 42 seconds. Here we go. Same thing as last game, ladies and gentlemen. Trank is taking a lot of damage.
Again. 30 seconds. 962 to 854. Holy cow.
You've got it. I'm not sure.
These games are incredible.
I'm not sure what the play is from Angel here. He knows he's not going to be able to. He just took a shot. That's the last shot he's going to get, other than his rear turret. He has. I mean, there's nothing you can shoot at, right? Habib is angled. Trank is going to dodge that salvo. You could maybe try and lob the other side.
5 seconds to go. It looks like Warfare at Sea is going to squeak out game 2.
Yep. GG's.
Wow.
GG's 1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
That is too crazy close.
We have got ourselves a fun tournament right here. GG's 1-1.
Wow.
1-1.
I definitely exceeded my caffeine intake for the day, but my God, this is going to give me a heart attack.
Beautiful.
Holy crap.
And I have my fiance bringing me pizza. It'll be my first meal of the day. Beautiful games, guys. Beautiful games.
So anybody out there in the chat that hears me, obviously a 2-minute delay on the stream here, but can anybody give me an update what happened over with CRD and TWP? What happened with Crimson Dragons and the Wolfpack over at Ivan Monk's stream? Curious to know how many games it went to and who won.
So here on Angel's broadcast, it looks like he is actually switching up. So they're probably communicating. Hey, what do you... Looks like he's switching to a destroyer here. This is probably not due to that loss. This is probably due to the map. They probably have specific,
Oh yeah, definitely. These are not choices made on whether you got killed in the last game. These are definitely ship choices based on what ship you practiced and what situation for what map. Because now at this point in this process here, now we're going into game 3. You know exactly what flank you're going to be spawning on because they stay the same every time. So you know where you're going to be spawned as opposed to everybody else on your team. Like it's pretty much set in stone at this point. So
I do wish that they would change
Vlad's
that.
taking the black.
Oh, is he?
Vlad's gonna one of the 2 radars for Wasa is going to be the black. I do remember them talking about using this as a tactic. We'll see how it works.
Yep.
Unbelievable games, though. Wow.
Oh, they fucked it up.
I think they forgot to. Yep, forgot to switch the game.
Map. That's all right. Redo. No one likes Scandinavia, Rolo says. Yeah. Scandinavia is an interesting one, for sure.
I think it goes to Greece next. Maybe I'm wrong on that one, though.
Scandinavia is one of the larger maps, though. I'm not sure why that was in the rotation. But, I mean, it looked pretty balanced,
I think, I'm not 100% on this answer, but I do believe that the way TFN does this is it's like a random draw. Like they literally have like you remember the Easter egg hunt we did as kids, right?
Yes.
It's basically the same thing. They put different paper tags in these like little Easter eggs. They shake them up and then they pick them. Yeah, and it's like boom, here's your first map, here's your second, boom, all the way down the line. And they did the same thing for the matchups too. So that's how Wasa and Pain ended up facing off, as well as Crimson Dragon and the Wolfpack. So Sparty just gave me an update. It went to 4 games. CRD won 3-1 over the Wolfpack. Okay, thanks Sparty. I appreciate that. So Crimson Dragons are going to face the winner of this matchup, and this is the best of 5, so it's 1-1 even.
All right, here we are in Greece. I got my pizza. Oh, life is good.
Tears of the Clown. Here it is.
A Fletcher from Angel. Interesting.
Really? Okay. They're going 3 destroyers. Warfare at Sea 3 destroyers. I gotta say though, I like the black as opposed to as opposed to a Fletcher matchup. You know, you get that nice radar and for that 15 seconds.
Yeah, but you
You're
do
the most
lose
popular kid on the map.
do lose a little bit of that DPM. Just a touch.
Yeah, you get the 9.2 torpedoes, but they're pretty slow moving, and they don't have a very high alpha strike.
No.
Be interested. I'll be definitely interested to see how that Fletcher performs for Angel. Okay, so Habif and J Trank over here on CCAP, Mains, Kansas, and I'm guessing they probably have Gillis with them again. I didn't see. Did Gillis trade off on the Z23? Did he take
he's still in it.
now?
He's still in it.
Okay, so then my guess is that Todoff is probably in the Low Yang. I was trying to pay attention to all the picks, but it's like they ready up last second kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. This is good pizza, boys.
I would say this is probably about what I was expecting from this. You know, just getting into the caps and contesting and seeing who makes the first mistake. Now, I will say, Payne is the strategy that I see from Payne as opposed to what I've seen in the past from a lot of other teams is it looks like they're using definitely more torpedo-centric builds on their destroyers. They're still using very good destroyers, and they're still obviously are running twist and track, but they're using Summers, which has 3 racks of 4 torpedoes for a 12 total. You're seeing Ostergolden and
it looks like here comes a radar smoke play. Angel setting a smoke screen here for.
Is that for Gypsy?
Looks like a cruiser.
Riga?
Yep, they're getting off of A. There comes the torpedoes from... Who's on A for Warfare?
A's destroyer and cruiser over there. I'm not 100% on it.
Okay.
It would have to be... It's got to be... Vlad's got to be one of them. I'm guessing Todoff is the destroyer on B right now. Okay, it looks like Jews is the cruiser over there on Alpha with him blipping to the north side of Alpha Cap.
There's the torpedoes from...
Oh wow, Low Yang down for the count. Big Sip is down for
Oh, that's huge. Wow, that's huge.
He must have ate a torpedo or something. I didn't even know he was down that low.
That's huge. There's the radar from, looks like P-Bag from Jusa.
Boy, how is he that low that quick? He must have ate a random torpedo or something. Some of the things we see and some of the things we don't. See, this is one of those things that we've been asking Wargaming for in the future would be training rooms with like the ability to play a ghost cam, spotter cam.
Trust me,
so we can see stuff like that.
Literally after the last tournament, I said, "Hey, guys, we had excellent turnout. Could we get something?" They're like,
"Great idea."
Unlikely, but hopefully.
Great idea. Okay, Summers got into CCAP. He's smoking up. He got pushed out of his smoke though. It looks like he got pushed out by the salvos from combined salvo from Habif and from J Trank and his mains. Miv taking a shot here. Yep, Miv's taking a shot at Habif. Long range. One pen, one over pen.
This is a good fight here at Alpha, but I know that they've lost that Low Yang. So that destroyer, which was basically, the only ships now for Payne are on C and A.
Not to quote Super Nintendo's NBA Jam here over on C, but it's heating up over here. It's definitely
Where
heating
is
up on
where's
CCAP.
the where is hold on, let's look. Let's look. Warfare's destroyer. He's moving over to A. That's going to be a rough time for them. Once you get the elimination on that destroyer early on, he's now free to move over. And they have the C cap, so why would he go to C? So he's over there near A now. They also snuck a battleship in there. I don't think it had been spotted yet.
See,
It's spotted now, as soon as I say that.
The struggle for Pain at this point is the fact that they lost one of those 3 destroyers. So that B cap is just going to keep giving points to Wasa.
Yep.
And see, I mean, look at the points.
Beautiful dodges here.
It's already over 200 and it's already over 250 points, and that's from having that middle cap going your way and having a destroyer off the map. Such a huge point swing. I would only surmise at this point that he had to have eaten some sort of random torpedo. Now you're starting to see four people from Wasa pushing up towards the A cap.
Well, they have that extra player now, right? That guy's free to roam, and like you said, the points are
basically.
It's not over yet, but it's losing that destroyer is that's a tough obstacle.
I mean, this is good. This is a good defensive gameplay over here from Payne, though. You got the radar cruiser and the Riga playing defense on C cap. It's got to keep Gillis at bay over with him trying to get back on the cap to prevent the points.
Angel did get A though. They could switch C here. Is C contested? No, they got C.
This looks like it's going to hurt. The New Jersey's got shots coming in at Habib. 10 grand.
It looks like we're going to have some action here on A. Angel's moving in. That's so much firepower. If Flame moves out, Angel's got to retreat here. You cannot take a salvo from a Monarch knowing there's a Lo Yang, a P-Bag. He's playing it risky. But I like it. Because you have to have A. You can't just lose this cap here. I think he's trying to get him spotted. There he is. Lo Yang. Oh, this could be deadly. He's on Hydro. He's getting salvos. Those salvos hurt. That Fletcher is deadly. That DPM is disgusting, but there's half of his health, and he's still on Hydro. There's half of his health. They're radaring. They radared. They're going to get Totov. The question is, does Angel go down? Does Angel go down? Yep, Black's moving in for radar. They got Totov. That's huge. Does Angel go down, though?
Oh, he does.
Yep.
Flame got him with the Monarch. Okay,
he does.
They traded there.
That was a beautiful trade, and that's it. If they have that destroyer doesn't go down on B, they probably can't make that trade. So good counter trade.
Still over here on C right now.
That was a good. I like that play. I like that play from Payne. They had to do something in order to try some sort of trade. Warfare was ready for it. They were immediately ready for it.
Well, it's a good game of chess. I mean, if there's a stalemate, there's something that has to move.
Yep.
There's just something that has to move at this point. We're looking at the Caps game. We have when I say we, and I apologize for that, but Wasa has a 300-point advantage at this time. So now you can see they're making the aggressive push to push Gillis off of C cap to get the points swinging back their way.
Mm-hmm. It's not over yet. Still a lot of time left.
Habib just gave 5 pens and an overpen to the New Jersey. That was broadside as he's pushing into C.
Angel's got a good look at it here.
The question of the day over here on C is, when's the Riga going to have his radar back, if he has any left at all? Oh, there's going to be a close quarters engagement going on here in a second between Habib's Kansas and Lethal Gypsy's Riga. Now it would appear to me that J Trank is way back in the bottom corner there, but what he has going for him is he has Gillis spotting Miv in his Azure Lane, New Jersey, and it looks like he is just shredding his health and his superstructure from downrange. Yep, there he goes.
And there he goes.
He takes care of the Azure Lane, New Jersey. Yep.
GG's. I think that's
the spotting game. That's probably it right there. I don't see him coming back from this deficit.
Unless I'm not sure who's out here, Galaxy or the cruiser, and the battleship can make a miracle play on A. But
yeah, I'm not seeing a miraculous comeback at this point. That's a 400-point stretch now, and it's a 6-on-4 advantage for ships. Good strategy wise. I mean, that like again, I like the move too that you called out. It's like you got to break a stalemate somehow, and you know, it's just sometimes it's got to pay off, and sometimes it doesn't. It comes down to RNG too, whether your shells connect or not.
Yeah.
The difference between a pen and an overpen.
Payne's battleship is pushing in here towards Alpha, but that destroyer's, I think it's Totov's just roaming out there. No, it was it Gillis? Totov went down.
Yeah, Totov went down as the destroyer. So now you have a combined effort.
And there they are. There's the torps.
Between Gillis
Does he
and
dodge?
J-Trank.
Nope. Right on the nose. That should be a flood on White Wolf. Payne's making their push, though. They get eliminations here.
I'm seeing the combined push here over on C between Gillis and J-Trank. They're going to push through C, get that point swinging back, and then they're going to come up.
Here's a destroyer battle between Vlad and whoever's left for Payne. Vlad's dodging. Good dodges. Yeah, they have that battleship. What does this do? Habib just smashed him.
Habib just smashed him with his front guns. Yeah,
that's probably
5
gonna do
overpens on a Summers.
Those Summers guns can hurt. And there he goes. Beautiful shots. Beautiful shots from Habib. And again, there's nothing that Summers can do. He has to get the kills. He has to get the kills, the points, the caps. When you're down early like that, you've got to work overtime, and Warfare just played it right. Jank is not playing, guys. No, he is commentating.
No, I got no problem explaining that. I'm the backup battleship player for our team. But when you have crazy good battleship players like Habib and J-Trank, this frees me up to do some streaming stuff. And I got to tell you, this is a lot of fun. And while we're basically talking about it.
Yeah, Fleet Network. Sorry, guys. Hold on, let me post it in here. Sorry. Sorry, Fleet. We're still getting things taken care of. Oh, let me show you guys the finish here. We'll go to Habib's point of view as he goes down there. And there's the Ram trade.
I mean, if you're going to go down, that's the way to do it right there. You got to get a good salvo off on another player, potentially taking him out of the game, and then you get the Ram. So it's a 2-for-1 trade there. So that's as a battleship player, that's what you like to see.
Yeah.
So I got to tip my hat there to White Wolf with that play. I understand that we're in the mop-up time in this particular match in Game 3 here. But that's still one of those things that you like to highlight, is that being able to multitask, lining up the Ram to get one, and lining up your guns on somebody else to be able to put damage on something else.
Yeah.
In the 2-for-1 trade.
Yep. I tried to do that the other day in the Louisiana, except I missed the the trade.
It's not as easy as it sounds. It really isn't. Because you really have to watch three things at once. You have to watch where you're going and your speed, what that player is doing. You got to kind of watch the mini map to say, hey, am I still going at him or not? And then you got to keep your guns trained on the person you're trying to shoot. It's not an easy thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, Scar.
Okay, so game three goes to Wasa. So it is 2-1. 2-1 Wasa.
Yep. 2-1. 2-1.
What do they call this one? The rubber match? Is that what they call this?
No. This is point.
No.
Rubber match is like when you have when it's 1-1 and you go to the third, the tiebreaker.
1-1.
Right? Isn't that what a rubber match is? I could be wrong with that.
I can't remember. Oh.
But this is game point here. It's game point from here on out for.
So
Pain.
on a side note, again, Angel Rambo and I both live in Green Bay. So he was streaming earlier today, and I jumped in his stream and I said, "Hey, we got to have a little friendly wager here." And he goes, "Oh yeah, what's that?" And I'm like, if Wasa wins, I think you got to buy the first round of drinks. Payne wins, I'll buy the first round of drinks. He goes, "For your whole team?" I'm like, "How the hell am I going to get my whole team up here?"
That's fun. I always like stuff like that. I'm seeing an interesting pick right off the bat here from a Beef's point of view. Trank is in an Azuma, which that's
okay.
actually a really strong pick. If you think about it, that is basically a battleship worth of health and strong cruiser guns.
This I can almost guarantee it. J Trank loves this ship, and he loves this particular build. It's Azulane Atago. There's no questioning it.
Yeah.
It is an HE spammer through and through, and that's what he's going to use it for.
He
is going to light a lot of fires with that.
Two brothers. Who goes up the middle? Do you send people up the middle in competitive? I've never seen a Ocean Cup game on Two Brothers.
It's a trick question, and basically that is usually what you're going to want to see here is you're going to want to see one person is going to park on each side of that thing just to make sure that nobody does the YOLO thing down the middle.
Yep.
So I would not be surprised to see a delayed response here from Habib for maybe a minute or two just to make sure that he's not being spotted, because if he gets spotted through the middle, that means someone's making that run. It's always the tricky question of who wants to make the biggest gamble by doing that mid push.
Yep. Yeah, thank you, Boats. Rubber match is when it's tied. Okay, that's what I thought, but.
So what is it called then when it's like this could potentially be the last game, or they could force Game 7 of the NBA Finals? What do they call that match? I cannot think of the damn term.
Ghetto said, "I have 5 kids. I don't know anything about rubber." We know Ghetto. All right, let's go ahead and check Payne's deployment here. Angel's back in his oyster. That's the ship he knows and loves.
Yeah, you see the Summers, you see the Ostergotland. Those are torpedo spamming style boats. They are a nuisance to deal with. Okay, remember what I said about getting spotted up the mid? I think that's what you're seeing from the one cruiser there. That it's not J Trank. J Trank just went past Habib. It's the other one that's sitting right behind him. I don't know if that's Vlad or if that's Juza. I'm not sure.
Angel's going to be on Alpha here soon. He's picking up somebody, and somebody's picking up him. Little slow start here from Warfare. Why is Habib so much darker?
Is he running that shadow camo?
I don't know. No, yeah, I don't know, but like his screen is just much darker. The deployment is interesting. They've got Warfare. They've got 3 ships there. Do you think they're going to make a middle push? I don't know.
I could see a delayed reaction once they have everybody spotted. So what I mean by that is once they identify who's all on A and who's all on D, I could potentially see that as a push. Because if they realize that there's nobody protecting that mid, one of those cruisers could potentially push through the middle, not only sit on C cap, swing the points back their way, but then it also creates the problem of getting crossfired.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, Warfare, is making their way over to Alpha. They set up a smoke screen for Juica there in his P-Bag. P-Bag, such a strong pick. That ship is... Wargaming finally did it justice with its buff. What's up, Awake?
I'd have to agree too. Like I always joke about the Yonkonomics Cruiser main thing, but P-Bag is one of my favorite ones.
Angel
to play.
spotted on Totov's Hydro. This is going to be a tough spot for him. Oh boy. He also just repaired his gun. He goes dark.
Gotcha. I think you're going to see a counter radar here from Galaxy.
There is.
That
there
might
it is.
be what's going on. Yep.
There it is. Ooh, that's a huge hit. That was a massive hit. He must have connected 4 shells there. There's a gun. Angel's lining up the torps. That did not work well at all for Totov. You gotta watch the torps here. You gotta watch the torps. He's turning, he's still spotted. Why is nobody else? I'm pretty sure Habib's gonna be lining up a shot soon, but Angel made out very well in that engagement. He lost 1,500 health.
He has most of his health.
Yeah. 2,000 health plus his heals, and they took about half of. It's midnight on Habib's stream. What?
Yeah, it is very dark on Habib's stream. Yeah.
Does each team have different, like, weather patterns? Hey, Tahala. Or are you just saying, like that as, like, a joke? Angel knows that Totov is probably... Dude, I think he's going to push him here. This could result in a trade, but...
There you go. You have 2 cruisers up mid right now.
There's the push. Angel's radared. Good torps, because I'm pretty sure Juica is going to stop. There's a solid salvo.
Good guns there. It's going to be if Habib can make a shot happen here.
Yep. He's lining it up. I don't see any. He threw up the plane.
Yeah,
good stuff.
That was a very good hit.
Good stop by Angel, but
there.
not in time. That could seal it, man. The Lo Yang is going to be one of those ships. If we eventually ban ships, it's probably going to be top on ban list. Is that?
They already did ban one. The Azure Lane Chapayev is not allowed.
No, but I mean, you know how they did it on King of the Sea, where Team A picks one ship to ban, Team B picks another, and neither team can use those ships.
Yep, I could see that happening.
Spartacus.
The other idea that somebody mentioned was that doing a tech tree, as in like no premiums allowed tech trees.
I like that idea too. That would be fun. That would make picks a lot more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And Spartacus in chat real quick said these dudes look so uneasy and unsure of where to go. It may appear that way, but again, these guys are calculating 8 to 9 different pieces of information at the exact same time and then making... It's like chess right now. Because Angel was... I know what he was trying to do there. He was trying to push Totov because he knew that he had won the initial health trade. However, Jusa and Warfare had tied up or
I
prevented
think
that
second,
position.
radar coming from Galaxy.
Yeah,
Wolf.
there it is. And good shots from Galaxy. That drove Totoff off. Connection from Angel there. Another connection. That was a beautiful shot. Oh, those shells just landed short from Jusa to Angel.
Jonathan Mendoza with a good question. Janksters, are you nervous watching your fleet play without you? No, because I know every one of them is better than me. The thing I'm nervous about is not making a complete ass of myself when I'm trying to be a commentator.
Let's go back to Habib real quick. Please, full screen. Yeah, we'll get you there.
Very close game to start, though.
Again,
I think Spartan
another
kind of
close
hit it in my
game.
chat here. He said it's just Two Brothers is just a slow developing map for the game. Like you're trying to feel out where everybody's going to end up and where they're heading and where they're going.
Yep. Gillis is really low. Gillis is really low over there in Alpha. Was I saying Totoff? It was Gillis in the low Yang. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's a concealed shot from Habib. Concealed shot on Miv over there from Habib. Beautiful hit.
That was a very good hit,
Yep,
too.
beautiful hit. That superstructure of those American battleships. All right, let's go back to Angel here. He's still in that Alpha cap, but I'm guessing what's his name has his Gillis has his hydro back by now. See, we saw him using it earlier, but that has got to be lingering on Angel's mind. He's used both of his heals. There's a third radar. This could be dangerous. Ooh, this could be dangerous. There goes the smoke screen. There goes the smoke screen from Gillis. Those torps look good. If Gillis goes forward, those torps look good. Nope, just short. Summers goes down. Oh, that's Matt. No. That's gonna hurt. Summers goes down over there on Delta. Torpedoes coming out from Angel on Alpha.
I mean, the player that Wasa really wants to get off the board right now is Galaxy Wolf and that Ochakov. He is a thorn in all three of these guys.
Yeah, not only for spots but for radar coverage, for DPM purposes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
The whole 9 yards on it. I mean, I think that's what you're seeing here from Habib. I think he's been requested to literally go to that side of the map to shake the man loose.
Yep. Yeah, they lost that summer, so now Warfare basically has D uncontested unless they want to put a cruiser in there, and Payne is not going to be able to do it.
Yep, you're seeing AP going at Galaxy Wolf right now. Yeah, and a big hit too.
Good hit. Yep. Good hit. That island out there is one that, if this were standard, I would just be cringing at my teammate out at that island. But because it's not standard, you're seeing engagements in parts of the map that you almost never see, or when you do, it's like, oh, please, teammate, don't be useless out there.
You got Juza in really good position, though. He does not have to worry about Miv in his New Jersey right now with the island between him and Miv. He basically only has to worry about Galaxy Wolf in front of him with his Ochakov.
Galaxy's taking some salvo. I think that's the third radar from Galaxy. There's only 4 minutes left. Down 100 points and down a destroyer.
Dewan telling me I look focused over on stream here. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
God, I'm having
this.
such a great time watching this, though. These are incredible matches. Every single one of them has been just a fantastic, close, tight game.
Yeah,
every one of them.
There's a torpedo salvo on the way. I think 2 of them are going to hit the island, but I don't think Vlad is going to have. Vlad might take 2 torps here if he doesn't. Sitting in the position he's in, Payne has got their cruiser in the middle. Payne's battleship over there on Delta is really low as well. This is not looking good for them. If Angel can get
Jonathan,
these torps,
with a $5 super chat. Thank you, dude. Let's go, Wasa. Let's go, Wasa. Let's go. Okay.
No.
Thank you, my dude.
Vlad's backing up. If Miv can push around Alpha here, now he would be giving broadside to a beef. Yep, there goes White Wolf.
Okay, yep. Now you're seeing Galaxy Wolf. Looks like he's getting ganged up on here by Juza and Habif. Juza just switched to AP and he gave a huge slap here.
This is not looking good. Not looking good for Pain. Still winnable. Still winnable. Miv is gonna have to make a push here. Yeah, I think it's the Monarch White Wolf over there on
White
Delta.
Wolf and the Monarch, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's still way too close to call, guys. I mean, there's so many ships that are potential to be one-shotted off the map right now, and it's two caps to two caps. It's just still way too close.
There goes.
And Flame took out the Riga, took out Gypsy and his Riga.
I think that's gonna, unfortunately, you hate to say it when there's still time left, but I think that's gonna do it. There's no ability to cap. They may be able to trade two if they can get all the kills here, but you're just not gonna see mistakes right now from Warfare. There's a radar from...
Juza just popped his radar, yep.
Mm-hmm. I bet there's gonna be a salvo coming soon from a beef towards Angel.
Yeah, I think they're still going to keep focus on Galaxy.
Yeah, they did shoot at Galaxy there. That was a quick transition.
One pen, one over pen.
Now Habif got the back torps. What was that? Who was that from? Angel just took a hit. Juice is coming out. He might be toast here. There's the HE.
See, the one thing that I'd have to say that I did not like is the fact that it was the mains that was pushing through the mid there it was Pain's mains. It literally pushing through mid. I think you take too much DPM out of the game when you make that push and it's not decisive. So quite literally, Big Sip has been sitting in the middle of two brothers, and he hasn't been able to do a whole lot. And you can see his health is getting whittled away.
Yeah. Well, Angel went down, and that's it.
I hate to put it like that, but you either have to shit or get off the pot. Like, you can't sit there. If it's blocked, you need to get the fuck out of dodge and then head to a different cap.
Yeah, there goes
that was probably the difference.
Vlad goes down there in the mains, but yep, GG's guys. I mean, all four of those games, right? 4.
Wow.
They got the first one.
Yep.
We're all so competitive, and again, you just see it's all about the tiniest of situations, the tiniest of margins that you're seeing these games won by. GG's guys, GG's.
Okay, so I just got word. I just got word from the Wasa guys. It sounds like Habif and J-Trank will be available for some Q&A if you want to bring them in.
Absolutely.
All right.
Also, the invite goes to Payne as well. I know sometimes you don't want to talk after a loss, but if anyone from Payne wants to join up after that, you guys are more than welcome. GG's, everybody. Of course, stick around, guys. We'll be some post-game interviews here. But shout out to all the viewers who joined Jank and I here for the semifinals. We will be back, hopefully, for the finals next week or the week after. I'm not sure when they are, but
all right, let's see. Hey, paid by Wargaming the Bully coming in with the $20 super chat. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. Holy shit. Okay. I imagine they might want to debrief here, but
yeah, I'm sure it'll be a minute. They're telling. Yeah, good games all around, guys. That was a lot of fun. I enjoy that so much. So shout out to everybody there, the viewers, you guys, everybody. So hopefully, it was noted. I don't know how to say this, but it was noted that the more eyes on these tournaments, the more Wargaming is willing to put into them. Right? Does that make sense? So you guys watching right now, we have already gotten a somewhat of a sponsorship in terms of the winner gets 10 tier 7 premiums, right? That was
winner gets 10 tier 7 premiums, second place 10 tier 6s.
Okay, Ghetto.
Third place they'll get 10 tier 5s.
Gotcha. It should be next week, Clear. And again, we're 2 minutes behind now, so the post-game questions in the comments are going to be a little bit difficult to follow, but... I know, Tunes. Isn't it refreshing? It's so nice to see competitive plays like that. Like I mentioned in my video the other night, you don't even have to win. Sometimes it's just fun going out and competing.
Wow. Like I said, though, that was incredible games. Just incredible games. Hey, real quick, as long as I still got a lot of people in here, and so a lot of people still watching, Angel Rambo over on Pains, he is super, super, super close to 1,000 followers on Twitch. If you guys and gals out there have a Twitch handle and you haven't followed him, go give him a follow. Let's push him over 1,000. I think that would be a big. It might be a little bittersweet at this point, but I think it'd be a big push, and I think it'd at least put a little bit of a smile on his face. And and his YouTube. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much for jumping in with me. This is
Absolutely.
fun. We got to do this again.
Absolutely. I really enjoy this. Final boss, Meta, I know, Hive, of course, Monk. We're going to be doing, plenty of rotations or even a huge multicast or whatever. But again, shout out to everyone who was in here. We're going to be doing the post-game interviews quite soon.
Well, I tell you what, I'll just say first come first serve at this point. Whoever wants to join for a Q&A, or if they got anything to say, bring it on in from either team. Oh, there's J Trank.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Trank.
Hey, dude.
Aaron. What's up,
Howdy.
Trank?
How happy is the Wasa crew?
Oh, we're thrilled, man. We're thrilled. Super close games. They played us really hard. Definitely played a lot more passive than we were used to. Kind of playing us at our own game a little bit. But,
Took your.
I just wanted
your favorite in that last game.
Now obviously the whatever emotions you guys were feeling from that first game are obviously gone. You guys composed yourselves and came back from that first loss. But
that's kind of
what was the immediate reaction from you guys on that last second loss in the first game?
Oh, I mean, it's all obviously heartbreaking. We built up a good lead and those guys clawed their way back. Yeah, we were hoping Todoff could shake his ass just a little longer and
Twerk it, Todoff, twerk it.
Well, so from
caught him, but
our perspective, I was watching Angel, and of course, Jank was watching Habif there, but we didn't see that engagement, and I was kind of like, shoot at anybody, shoot at anything, because Vlad was really low as well, right? Or was that you in the mines?
Yeah.
Yellis was low in that first match.
I was pretty low too. I was
Yeah.
in the mines. But I was able to go dark, so I wasn't too worried about dying there.
After that loss, are you guys again? What's the room like?
I mean, I hate to say it, but honestly, we're really good at playing from behind. It's kind of a warfare at sea staple at this point against the tougher teams, where you always seem to take a game to kind of get into our groove, but then once we do, it's just kind of smooth sailing usually.
Gotcha.
How happy were you to take your baby out this last game in the Azuma?
Oh man, Azuma's just so it seems like such a freaking memey pick, but Azuma's so good on Two Brothers especially, because you have such long open engagements. There's always those battleships kind of anchored into those corners, and I'm just able to kind of do my thing at 18 kilometers, just lobbing 35% fire HE at them and burning them down. Even those lions just succumb to it eventually.
When I saw it, I said that's a great pick. That ship's health pool combined with her armor, and the damage output, even though you don't have the best DPM per se, it's
It's the
basically a
alpha.
third.
It
Yeah.
it just sucks getting hit by that HE. It doesn't matter what you're in. It just sucks.
Yeah, it hurts. And you get a pretty good repair party with it too. I mean, were you
Yeah,
were
not
you
bad.
running fully packed, or what were you running?
No,
on?
I was using Azuma. I was going for the full
Azure
HE.
Lane Azuma? Okay.
Yeah.
I said it on stream. I actually thought it was going to be Azure Lane Atago for the fire chance.
Or that's sorry. You're right. I mixed those up. It was the
Okay,
Tago.
it was Atago. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
you don't get fully packed. It's a refill station, which helps with that reload too.
Got it.
And it's got I think it's got 3 heals base, so you're not really missing much more than a sonar without fully packed.
I probably would have came packing more questions for you, J Trank. The problem I have is our viewpoint was with Habib in the battleship, so we really only ever saw the gameplay more focused with him, with Gillis, and with Juza in that last game. And I think it was the game before that on I always call it Tears of the Clown, but Tears of the Desert, where I think you were there that time with the mains.
Yeah, I
I
was playing mains for most of it.
How aggravating is it to try and avoid all those torpedoes from those builds?
Well, so we knew to expect that going into it. We'd kind of seen some of their other games, and I think last week they played Osterjotland in quite a few of their games, so we were kind of expecting that, and they kind of play more of a passive spotting role, and they just kind of keep flooding the map with torps. So our goal there was just to stack up the sonars. We were making sure to bring at least 2 sonar DDs every game, just to kind of limit the amount of eating a random torpedo, and just kind of just winning the battle of attrition on the caps. Those DDs eventually they have to get on the caps, otherwise our points just get out of hand, and that's kind of worked to our advantage in most of those games, as we get those early leads and then kind of forces them at the end of the game to abandon their plan where they're playing more passive. They have to push up to do something, otherwise we just point them out. So that was kind of our game plan, and it worked out really well, and we're happy with it.
Collectively, do you guys think that the 3 destroyers you guys looked more comfortable playing with the 3 destroyers and bringing that black as one of your radars? Was that kind of the game plan for the rest of the matches after that first one?
It was, well, for the we didn't do it every game. We did it on the maps where it was more suitable, where you have that B cap that you just have to play for. So like I think we did it on what map was that? We did triple DD on Tears of the Desert, and what was the other one we did it on? I don't remember, but yeah, it definitely worked on those really spread out maps to have the triple DD. We practiced it with triple cruisers, and it was just kind of a little awkward defending that B cap, and we knew these guys would play us really hard on the points, so we just didn't want to risk giving up a B cap early and trying to play from behind with the way that we were expecting them to play.
Cool. I think that wraps it up for me. Yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
I was gonna say on that Tears of the Desert match, you guys, we couldn't quite see it. We don't know if you got a torp, but it looked like they eventually gunned down Sip there. I think in the Low Yang, if I'm mistaken. But Payne lost that DD early. At that point, you have B, right? Are you guys saying go in for the kill? We have the advantage, or are you just saying, you know what? We have the advantage. Let them come to us, okay? Because on that match, it looked like such a huge advantage as soon as that happened.
Yeah, definitely the second one.
He towed off. I'll see you in a second.
Definitely the second option. We definitely wanted to just sit on our points advantage and force them to do something, because like I said, they're very good at playing the defensive game. So the last thing we wanted to do was start trying to push into them, especially with their ships. They had some really good chunky DPM ships. Like if that Riga caught somebody broadside, they could lose half their health, and all those torpedoes and stuff like that, and just not something we wanted to deal with. We just decided e- every time we had a lead to just sit on it and kind of wait for them to make the next move. And it's like, I'm sure it's not the most exciting gameplay to watch, but just from an objective
I
win the game standpoint,
I think a
just
lot
kind
of
of
people enjoy that cat and mouse. We had a good amount of viewers, but
okay, okay, good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, but yeah, the goal was just to get on a lead, sit on it, and kind of force them to address us and kind of beat them at their own game from that perspective. Once they were forced to push into us, their battle, especially like the New Jersey and things like that, they just don't do well in that situation where they have to push into enemy fire. So anytime we could force them to do that, it usually worked out pretty well for us.
yeah, yeah. What about the cruiser play? It's again we're only limited to the two gentlemen who streamed, and again thank you to Angel and B for streaming, so we were able to get that to you guys. But what about Juza and Galaxy? That looked and just the different cruiser battles almost, because it's not like you guys are sitting there just trading blows. It's who can move forward to get their guns around the island, who has the radar. Like give us a little comment on the cruisers, because you were also in cruisers a good majority of the games as well.
Yeah, I played cruiser every game. I mean, for me, it seems like the engagements were pretty straightforward. Just both of us were really doing really well protecting our health and not putting us putting ourselves in positions where we had to deal with crossfires. And yeah, it was a fun matchup. I think I matched up against Lethal Gypsy pretty much every game, and yeah, super good cruiser player, super smart. Habib did get one pretty lucky salvo on him that first game. I think he got yeeted, but otherwise, yeah, he played awesome. I didn't really. I was so focused on my side, I didn't really see what was going on the other side. I was just kind of letting those guys do their thing. But yeah, Juza played it really well. He played really smart. Did a good job preserving his health. When Vlad was playing cruiser, same thing. Just everyone knew their role, and we practiced this quite a bit.
Practice for it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because you were kind of in the mines and the Azuma there, right? More of the DPM kind of filtered role. So that role in those radar. Juica was in that notch, and so was Galaxy on each side of. I think it was A there on Two Brothers, and that is kind of sometimes I'm being like a Baltimore main or somebody who enjoys American cruisers, is getting your cruiser into that notch and just playing with the throttle the entire game.
Yeah.
Do I go forward I go forward an inch. I back up. I radar. Getting 1 and 2 salvos. I think that sometimes, and again, it's the point of view. Missing out on that point of view is just something, because that play style is sometimes what wins and loses you the game, right? Can you get your cruiser into that position, and how much of a thorn in the side can you be?
Yeah, and that's the other thing is our battleships. They did a really good job leveraging their health into letting us be aggressive when we needed to. That's the other thing that really worked out well for us for most of the tournament, is you kind of leverage the battleship's health to get that initial push forward, and then they try to back. Once you're where you need to be, you let them back off a little bit and kind of disengage, heal, whatever, and they just kind of stay where they can to be close, but not too close.
Yeah. Well, GG's, man. Thanks for joining us. I don't know if you want to say anything to our studio
GG's.
Audience, but appreciate you joining
Yeah,
afterwards.
I hope you guys had a great show, and if any of you Pain guys are watching, GG's, dudes. It was a really fun matchup. You definitely made us work for those wins. The score doesn't reflect how hard we had to work for it, so really appreciate the games. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next one, and looks like we're playing CRD next week, so we got a lot of practice to do, and hopefully we put on a good show next week as well.
So this is a rematch then of the Ocean Cup 2.
Yeah, it is. We're really excited to see what those guys have cooked up. They played us really hard last time, and I know they've been practicing their asses off since then, so we expect to have to work for this one too.
Gillis called it the calling card, playing from behind. They won the first game in Ocean Cup 2, and then I think we won the second 2 games, right?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's almost like a Warfare at Sea
Happened again
tradition,
today, huh?
man. You just drop game one and then just come back swinging and don't let off the gas after that. But hopefully that streak continues.
Pretty much, brother. Pretty much.
All
I'll
right.
catch up with you. I'll catch up with you in a minute. I'll be over there.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for
See you
coming.
guys. You drink. All right. Did anybody from Pain want to join? I know sometimes after a loss it's
and for anybody out there, I promise I have more class than to absolutely say something stupid or anything like that. You guys, not those Pain guys, know that.
Yeah.
I have more class than to do anything stupid or say anything stupid.
But let me see. Let me try and invite Galaxy.
His cruiser play was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was.
Just from watching him through Habib was, damn, he is every bit as, and I say this in such a good context, but he is every bit as annoying, because that's what you want to be as a cruiser player.
Oh yeah.
He's every bit as annoying as when I run into him in a game. Like, he is that good. I thought he played phenomenal.
Lucian should be legendary tier. They're talking about different stuff in chat right now. We'll give that a minute because, again, 2 minutes there for the stream time. But that was a lot of fun.
I'm spent, and I didn't even play.
Yeah, I've been golfing
Yeah.
all day, so
Yeah, and I got to get some sleep before work here, so I'll be ending the stream here in a few minutes.
yeah.
I tell you what, though, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna end the stream from my end.
Okay.
I'll just stay in the party for your stream, and then whenever you're ready to go, I'll bounce.
Okay.
So, thank you everybody on the Yankonomics side here, guys. Thank you so much for the views. I think I saw at one point we had like 80 people watching. That's insane. I think that's the second or third most that I've ever had on a live stream ever. So.
Nice.
Thank you so
dude.
much for the people that came.
Yeah, I think I had 150, so
hit the subscribe button.
200 plus. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for the guys that came over and hit the subscribe button. That means a lot to me. I'm trying to become a CC for the game, so any little bit helps, and I do appreciate that. So thank you guys so much.
I think we'll get you there.
Over on the economic side, peace out, everybody. I'll stay in the party for Aaron's stream if you guys want to jump over there and get in the chat over there. See everybody, peace out.
I'm not
The last caveat statement I'll make: those were some of the most incredible games that I had the privilege of watching. I'm not tooting my fleet's horn. I'm telling you that was just two amazing, really good, frickin' teams that squared off just now. That was awesome to watch. It was a damn privilege to stream that. So thank you to everybody. Pains, we'll see you in the next tournament, guys. I know you guys are badass. So get us in the next one. All right, everybody. Love y'all. Peace out.
I'm not sure anyone's gonna join. And not that, I would or they have to. All right. Well, Jank, I'm gonna go ahead and end mine as well, buddy. But thanks for joining me.
Yeah, it was a pleasure, man. Absolute privilege. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Absolutely. We got the finals, and then there's another one in a couple months, right?
Perfect. Yeah. The next one after this, I heard, is going to be the Super Cup. I think it's 2 weekends from now. It's either next week or 2 weekends from now. There's 3 teams that are going to be facing off for the final roster spot in the Super Cup.
Okay.
It's going to be Tier 8, 8v8.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna stream. I love you guys. We're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna call that there. Yeah, GG's to both teams. That was very close matches all around. A lot of fun here. So thank you guys for making that another high viewed stream. Hopefully the playback is good. A little less on the play-by-play for me because Jank was doing a good job of it and I was eating pizza. So, but always a fun time. Again, like the stream, guys. The viewership always helps. Wargaming told us, they said, right now we have no plans to do anything further for these type of battles. But if it grows, if it becomes huge, as they say, huge, then they may intervene, and they've already given ship prizes to the winner, the upcoming winner of this tournament. So, yeah, that is all we have for that one, and you guys will see that in 2 minutes. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.
See you, everyone.